I want to go home. Fuck.
Metro Detroit, this is HBL Radio Nation. Yes, it is. And you know something? I'm Brian P. Gallagher.
And you know something else?
Yes.
I'm Diane Russell.
And you know something even more? We're on yet another indictment watch.
I know.
This is it's the summer of indictments, baby.
I know. Perpetual indictments.
Perpetual
Hi,
indictments.
Jolie. Hi, Andrea. Hi,
Hello,
John
Andrea.
Duff.
John Duff.
All
Jolie,
right.
hello.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show.
Yes, we're going to talk about icky things and fun things and hopefully inform, make you laugh, and make you outraged all at the same time.
Yep. We're just going to fuck around for the next hour and a half.
So, should we start with Hunter Biden's dick pics?
Oh, my God. That fucking bitch. Trying to get away with it. I'm telling you.
Those of you who don't know, Margie Taylor Greene, or Margie Three Toes, as we call her here, because she's from the Squatch community that was shaved down and thrown in with all her steroids tossed at the
I think she's hot for Hunter.
She held up a lot of like poster boards that had printed out images of what am I hearing?
Tony's checking
and
make sure we sound normal.
Oh, good. So that we don't sound like chipmunks. But she's holding up things that have Hunter Biden getting a beeger. Hunter Biden, fully nude. His the woman he was with fully nude. She pulls this up, and this is during the questioning of IRS agents over Hunter Biden's tax returns. The reason for doing that is unclear to anyone with a sane mind because we don't understand what's going on in that roided out Squatch's head.
Did you see his face? Did you see the video and see his face? He was like, why the fuck is she holding up nudies, a goddamn hunter?
God. I did.
His face was priceless.
His face is the guy that she was supposed to be questioning.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Not Hunter Biden in the shots. We need to be clear about that because Hunter Biden's like making a no face in one of these things too. And hey, that's not supposed to be shared with everybody unless you're okay with sharing it with everybody. Go to bbgvoice.com and see what I got out there.
She actually broke the law. Somebody looked it up in Washington D.C.
The law was broken when they broke into the laptop and acquired the images illegally in the first place from the guy with the beret.
True, but showing it on the House floor
showing it on the House floor, that is a further damage.
And then guess what? After that, she put out an email to fundraise.
Oh,
so that's disseminating pornography and
that's making
also
money off of it.
And making money off of it, which is also
so that's prostitution.
Illegal.
Almost,
You fucking dumb bitch.
It's terrible. It's horrible.
Oh my God.
He's just getting a little lippy lap on the soldier's cap, and next thing you know, she's got to be showing the pictures to everybody out there.
They're obsessed with genitalia. I said this a long time ago.
And it has nothing to do with this
They're obsessed.
case.
When they see a gay person, all they can think of is how they have sex.
What's in your pants? How do you do it?
Yeah. When they see a trans person, all they can think of is how do they have sex? How
Like,
come it's all you think about is how other people have fucking sex?
Hello, I'm a GOPer. My name is Chuck Peters, and I do my wife doggy style. Hi.
Did you see that ad on Twitter?
Is that how they greet people?
Did you see that ad on Twitter where the two are getting it on? She's like, do you have a condom? And then all of a sudden a Republican guy pops up in the room, and he's like, yeah, I'm here to monitor that you have... You didn't see that on Twitter?
No.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I've been getting further and further from Twitter the more I get entwined in threads. See what I did there?
Yeah, I
clever.
get you.
Clever. Yeah, not just this. So
I don't have an Instagram account, so I'm not even in Instagram. So
if you have a Facebook account, you can just join Instagram. It doesn't cost anything.
Well, it's not about that.
The same people.
I'm like, I've just set it up, and then they're like, your fucking password isn't good enough, and then I'm like,
no. You log in with my Facebook password. Done.
It's totally fucking driving me crazy to try to get in there. So Tony's gonna have to help me do it because I don't know what I'm doing.
Nice.
Computer says no.
Oh God.
Yes.
I know there is no Hunter Biden laptop. It's so dumb. This whole fucking narrative is so dumb. And I came across a theme this week, and maybe we should have called that the title of the show. Is like Republicans, they don't care. They just don't fucking care. They don't care about jack motherfucking shit. As long as it lines their pocket with money, they don't give a shit about the American people. We already know that.
Diane, you know that's not true. Now you know that's not true.
Okay, now wait a minute. You got to
They've
put
reached
on
across
your
the aisle.
red hat.
RFK. They
Where's
reached
your
across
red
the aisle.
hat? If you're gonna switch characters, you got to put on that red hat.
And I'll tell you what they did. They reached across them there aisles. That happened. I look probably about as good as anybody else in a red hat. I'll tell you that right now. They reached across them aisles. They want to work. All my GOPer buddies, they all want to work with RFK Jr. How come you're blocking him? How come you don't want to be Bob Purtison?
And he's like,
Bob Parmesan.
It's my free speech to.
We're trying to be Bob Parmesan.
Yeah. By Parmesan.
My red hat, by the way.
You're funnier as a red hat than you are in real life.
Just so you know, the red hat is actually Faygo. So make Red Pop great again is what this hat was all about. The story behind this hat is that I was wearing it at a store, and I was coming out, and this is probably 2015, somewhere around there. And somebody passes me, and they said, said, yeah, make America great again. And I realized I'm wearing the red hat as I'm walking, and I'm like, first of all, I think, fuck, that just ruined my red hat. I love this red hat.
I know.
You can see it's pristine at this point.
Yeah.
So, because I never wore it after that. And secondly, I yelled back, like, long live Red Pop, or something like that. And I kept going because I'm like, the idiot didn't even read it. It's a Faygo hat. Yeah.
It doesn't have to be. It could say Nike on it, for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
and
they
people were
wouldn't
like,
know.
"Oh, make America great
They wouldn't
again!"
know.
Now, red baseball hat is going to be. It's going to be as infamous as a swastika flag. You know what I mean? If somebody's wearing a red baseball hat, watch
it's
the
going to go
fuck
down
out.
in history, and it's going to go down in history like history has gone down in Florida, because right now in Florida they're supposed to be saying that some slaves. History, they're teaching that kids now that slaves.
This is the new Black history curriculum
history.
that they want to teach kids in school.
Slaves actually, they got personal benefit because they learned skills that they wouldn't have otherwise have gotten. So that means that things like we taught them how to cook, and without us teaching them how to cook, what are they going to do? Just starve? And stupid comments like that and beyond. So, yeah, that was, they're completely changing it. Now, we reported 6 months ago, that the same Florida school districts were going out, and we saw that in their books that they were using, it stated that the indigenous peoples moved away of their own accord to make room for the colonists. Do you remember that? I was talking about that?
No, I don't
We
remember.
talked about that at one point because it was in a book, and there was it was all over the interwebs, and everybody's like, oh, that's an outrage, that's outrageous, that's terrible, that's terrible. And nobody did a damn thing after that. It's still being taught. And we can't get it taken out of there because Ron P. Santis is down there, and he's running the whole jackboot government, and the way that they're approaching things. They want to tell everybody that, the left is grooming kids, but the right is actually changing history to teach kids that. It's insane, but it's happening.
It's infuriating.
It's beyond infuriating.
It really makes me angry. Can you imagine, a whole generation of kids growing up not knowing jack motherfucking shit about real histoy?
Yeah.
I mean, when we
didn't
grew up,
know real history.
well, that's what I'm
That's
saying.
us.
When I was in high school, and I'm reading this stuff about, George Washington, what a great guy is, and we were just now kind of finding out that he smoked weed and he had a hemp farm and he had slaves and
I already had wooden teeth. No, those were the teeth he knocked out of slaves' mouths that he had dentures made out of. Isn't that fun?
God, Jesus Christ, it's so gross. I can't even. Oh my God, fuck.
And Tulsa? Tulsa is a city with a rich history.
Yeah.
Next. That's what they taught us about Tulsa. There was no Oklahoma massacre that we knew about. There was no Black Wall Street. We never heard of Black Wall Street back in the day.
Donald Trump did a rally there, and Black history people were going, there was a huge massacre on this day, almost 100 years ago, for fuck's sake.
Nutty.
And nobody knew about it. No white people I know knew about it. We weren't taught about it in school.
Nothing.
Fuck.
Nothing. We were taught history. We were taught social studies. We were not taught anything about that. We were taught basically, okay, so there was slavery, and slavery's bad, okay? And then they moved on. Yeah. And that's really all that we had. We had I think we had one class, one 40-minute class probably in our entire high school careers and grade school before that covered. They waited until we were 15 or 16. That covered slavery. And it was in social studies class, and it was such an overarching 100,000-foot view that was basically so then the slaves were brought over. Question, who brought them over? This is only 40 minutes. We don't have time for that, kid. Shut it.
Yeah.
And then they just they read the script. for 40 minutes.
Right,
and it's
yeah.
ridiculous
Yeah.
how pathetically bad it is. It's like, well, okay, well, who are we freeing them from? Okay, ourselves, but let's not get caught up in that.
Yeah.
Stop talking. Stop thinking, kids.
Yeah.
Just listen to what the government tells us to teach you.
We don't want you to critically think about this.
Yeah.
And we can't answer any more questions. And that was when we were in fucking school. Imagine what the fuck is going on now, man.
I went to a Catholic elementary school, and we had to ask questions like, why is Father Murphy taking Kevin behind the thing again? What?
We went to Covington together, right?
We did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was middle school on. But prior to that, I was a product of St. Regis.
Ugh.
I had nuns.
Yeah.
I told you what the nuns did to me. They built a box with a desk on it, and then they put me in a chair and put my back up against a wall in the main hallway. And then 4 nuns came up, and they moved this big, heavy, the penguins, they waddled, and they got that big, heavy box pushed around me. It was like 5 foot tall. And, there I was. I had to do my work. That was my punishment.
You were in a box?
I was in the box is what it was called.
I don't know what you mean.
It's
I don't
open
understand.
top. Open top. They built a desk with 3 walls, right? 3 5-foot walls.
Okay.
And it just sat out there.
Like a screen for a drum?
Yes, but out of wood.
Okay.
Out of plywood, right? That you would make flooring out of.
Okay.
And then they put it in this. Most of the cases it was me, and I was told they actually built it for me. I was put in a chair up against the wall, and the nuns would push the desk back up against the wall so that I had 5 foot up.
Fucking
Yeah,
shit.
that was the punishment for me for being the little shit that I was.
What the fuck?
I'm fucking Irish, and they're nuns.
Oh my god.
You can imagine the pushback that there was.
I can't imagine, like, Mom,
I went
Dad,
in my Irish brogue a lot more back then.
I'm looking at my face, looking at my face, like listening, because there's a delay on the video.
Yeah,
I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
You
Oh
look at
my
my
God.
face.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's child abuse, of course, but that was school.
I can't imagine if I came home from school and I was like, I was put in a virtual box today for punishment
that the nuns built
do you
for
think
me.
My dad would have marched in that school and beaten the shit out of everybody.
My dad looks at me and just goes, "Well, what did you do? What did you do to deserve that? Why'd you make them do it?"
Yeah.
And this is after, now mind you, every single day at school.
There's no excuse for that kind of treatment.
From preschool, kindergarten, and then 1st through 5th grade, through the end of 5th grade, through all of that, the beginning of my school day, every single day was 2 hours of mass. So we were in the church doing the whole, I call it the Catholic calisthenics, stand up, sit down, kneel, stand up, sit down, kneel, genuflect. It's like its own little dance routine or something. But so we did that for 2 hours every morning, and then I would spend the rest of the day 8 hours in the box doing my work. I learned how to get smarter about being a smart aleck.
John Duff says if they want their kids dumb, they can homeschool. Don't ban books for my kids.
Oh, no. Homeschooling is a whole thing. I saw a whole documentary about this.
John Duff goes, our priest drank a lot. And wait, hold on. Paul Budzinski goes, I went to school that was in a retirement place for nuns. They were everywhere. I saw a nun slam my friend against a locker. Sir Edith.
Homeschooling is part of this. You know who the Dugars are? The ones who had 18, 19, 20 kids and counting or whatever? Those people are part of a religious cult that's trying to take over the government.
Yeah.
And they're doing it through a multi-generational thing, and they're doing it through homeschooling. All those kids are homeschooled. That whole show was to promote homeschooling from this one completely bizarre religious group that put out this homeschooling program. It's really intense when you see it. And then you see some of the outcome of it. Madison Cawthorn is one of the outcomes of it. That's the next generation.
Edith. Sister Edith, not Sir. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, we all... Ours were Catholic, so they were all Sister Mary something. Sister, you had to be, I guess you were giving yourself to be. You can
tell I wasn't Catholic,
wife.
And I didn't go to Catholic school.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a whole bunch of Sister Marys. Yeah.
Choney did.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And people say that they'll take the ruler and that they'll smack you like this with the ruler. And that's not what they did at all. If this is the top of the table, they would put like a ruler there. And then they would put their finger here, and then they would lift up on this end and bend it all the way back and say, put your hand in there, boy. And you put your hand in there, and they'd let go, and it would come smack, whap.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
That was what they would do with the ruler. They didn't walk around with, like, yardsticks like Jedi Knights or anything like that, you know.
Jesus Christ.
But they were badass. Yeah, everything you've ever heard about nuns.
Abuse. That's
badass.
total fucking abuse.
Total. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But, you know, they want to protect the kids. Oh, how about Bobo getting a pin with the little girl's tennis shoes that got massacred in Uvalde, and the only way they could identify her body is because of her tennis shoes.
Mm-hmm. She took the pin,
took 10 fucking steps, and then threw it in the fucking garbage can.
And acknowledged that she knew what it was and knew what it stood for.
What a fucking piece of shit.
Now, wait a minute. Now, on her behalf, I just got to say that the trash is probably where Bobo holds most of her stuff, because that's where she was raised with, that family of raccoons that raised her back down south. That's it, Rick. Mickey Maggot leaving now.
Hi, Cat. Yeah.
Hello, Cat.
What a little fucking brat. And it's all performative. That's the thing, too, is everything they're doing is to get clickbait or get on Fox News or make a little video go viral.
So that they can get more donations.
Yeah. They raise money off this shit.
Everything is raising money to them. Everything is getting donations. Marge Taylor Greene has already spun this whole thing showing Hunter Biden's penis to everybody, including potential kids. She's gone out and actually raised money already.
I know, and it's illegal. Actually, it's actually illegal.
Should be.
It's actually illegal. Yeah. Somebody, I listened to them today. They're like, yeah, I looked it up, and in DC law, that is absolutely 110% illegal to raise money off
pornography,
off a picture that you have no.
You have no permission to. You don't have permission to reproduce the image. You don't have you don't own it. It's not your property. You don't have ownership of it. The fact that it was taken without,
if they had dated, it would have been revenge porn.
Unconsensual.
Yeah.
It's inconsensual.
Right. Yeah.
Is what it is, and it's very consequential, because it was taken supposedly from that laptop initially. And the interesting thing is that means that the guy that went to repair the laptop took all the files that he found and gave them to several other people. That is hugely against every data privacy law that's out there and that are going into effect now.
Yeah, the McGonagall guy, the repair guy, or
the guy with that bastard who wears his beanie.
Can't see 6 inches in front of his face.
Oh, of course not.
Fucking A, dude.
Of course not. Well, he doesn't need to, because that's where all his porn plays. Allegedly. So there's all kinds of things going out there. Do you have something else that you wanted to cover? I've got, of course, my list. You've got your list. We intersect on a lot of these items, I know, today.
Well, all I know is that RFK Jr. was testifying today, and he was going, "Oh, it's my free speech, my free speech."
His free speech to say that the COVID-19...
To say that racist disinformation regarding COVID, that 1 million people have died of.
Yes.
If you just fucking stop it.
He said
quit
it
being
didn't
so
hurt
goddamn
the Chinese or the Jews, but of course it did. If you look at all the numbers out there, of course
it hurt
they were
a lot of people.
Yeah, of course.
It hurt people of all colors and creeds. He's a fucking lunatic.
He's a complete lunatic, and he's way overboard. He buys into any conspiracy theory whatsoever. So the
Kennedy family is absolutely embarrassed by him. It's insane.
Yeah, the crazy guy that lives downtown behind the garbage can that everybody calls Oscar because it's like Oscar the Grouch, and it's kind of cute, and you can give him a couple of bucks and then walk away because he smells like pee. That guy is probably the main source for most of RFK Jr.'s stories and conspiracy theories.
Yeah,
that's my take on it.
Right.
He goes down there and lifts weights, and then goes and gets a massage in the alleyway.
This is driving me crazy. Can I move it? I'm gonna move it. And Tony's gonna have to.
It was kind of turning into a game because where the wires were crossing, I was trying to line it up right between your eyes.
The reason why we did this is so we could see each other while we're talking, and now I can't see you at all, and it's driving me nuts.
Having a conversation.
Trying to see through the wires or whatever. But does it look okay?
More importantly, how do I look? Am I still here?
Okay. No, it was driving me crazy. This is the reason why we sat across the table from each other and we set it up this way. Because we ended up going this, looking at each other the whole time.
That did turn into a game with me, trying to put the X right on your nose. I was just like, David, okay, I'll just... You just line it up right there. That's where I'll be.
Now I fucked everything up.
Well,
all right. No, wait a minute. I want to go into.
Yeah.
How about Greg Abbott going, let's just push infants back into the Rio Grande and then put razor blade wire in the Rio Grande. So
have you seen the videos?
The bodies can get snagged in there.
These are dodgeballs, but 3 times the size of a dodgeball, and they have spikes all over them, and in between them, which is only a couple of feet between each one, is razor wire that you would use to keep inmates from crawling out and over the wall in prison.
Yeah, prison, yeah.
And this is where they are forcing people. They're corralling people by horseback. They're forcing using the horses to force them into the water. Now they can't cross back over there because that barrier is there. What in the bloody hell do you think that they're trying to do to these people? What the hell do you think they're trying to do to these people? They can't go over that.
Cruelty is the point. They don't fucking care. I came across this theme all fucking week this week about how they don't care. They don't care. They don't care. How about this? If
they get to laugh at the weak like Jerry Springer
if a president
Nation.
who appoints you comes before you in a court of law, you should recuse yourself. That should be a basic rule. And this is from Elie Mystal. And the unaccountable and they're unaccountable and unelected because they have no fucking rules right now, and they're unelected fucking people.
Yeah.
We don't elect them. The president appoints them, and now we've got 3 fucking crooked pieces of shit on.
So you know what that means? That means they're
we
living quid pro quo.
We got 6 Republican SCOTUS. And they are literally, they don't care. They are letting women die. We've heard all these fucking horror stories because of the repeal of Roe.
Yeah.
And it's like the harm and the death and the tragedy that they're creating is just, it's disgusting. But again, quote unquote, they don't care.
No.
They just don't care. Again, with Elie Mystal, just to finish this. Being able to ask a judge that you appointed to delay your trial for stealing classified and top secret documents so that you can run for an office that you also tried to steal is not political persecution. It is the definition of social, political, and economic privilege. So, yeah, it's ridiculous what we've got going on with the SCOTUS and Trump. And all his criminality. Every day we hear about more and more and more of Trump's criminality. It is stunning amount of information.
To cover one of those topics, so to expand on it a little bit, the Senate did pass a bill talking about Supreme Court justices and their
ethics
disclosures.
Rules.
Yes, the ethics rules.
Yeah.
So that's at least something's moving on it. Something. Hopefully, who knows? It's.
But again, there's no.
It's not making the press as much as Hunter Biden's dick pics. But
for fuck's sake.
But
for 5 years they've been investigating Hunter, and they've got fucking nothing. Here you go. This is another thing.
And
Allison
what the
Gill.
hell did that have to do with his tax returns?
Yeah, here you go. Here's from Allison Gill. Your whistleblowers testifying today. Oh, super sorry. Not so much. That every single one of your whistleblowers have either been arrested or indicted or kicked out of the FBI or reprimanded or admonished, and you're scraping the bottom of the barrel. If that's what you can find, it's a clown show. And you've got nothing. Investigated Hunter for 5 years, and Obama, as far as I know, is not in Gitmo. Yeah, it's like you guys just... Hold on, I just lost my audio. I just lost everything.
No, yeah, I can still hear you.
Hello?
I can hear you fine.
All right, there it is.
Yes, okay.
Hello?
All right. Hello.
Okay, yeah. No.
Okay.
I mean,
all right.
the conspiracy theories and, Hillary's going to go to prison and da-da-da-da. No. You've investigated these people up and down. You've given them a goddamn colonoscopy. You've investigated them so much. And you got nothing. You got absolutely fucking bupkis. So move on to your next conspiracy theory so we can kill that talking point too.
And that's the whole thing. It's nothing but trying to get revenge on Biden for winning. And that's all that it is. There's nothing else behind any of this. It's this beyond smoke and mirror story that they came up with. This is the boogeyman. This is what we're doing. We're going after him. We're going after the bad guys. We're going after the bad guys. But they're not cops. All right? This isn't Starsky and Hutch. And what are they doing to help all Americans and to move America forward? And so far, nothing.
I see jack shit.
Nothing.
I see them fucking waging culture wars for the dumbest fucking shit ever for the smallest, tiniest population of our fucking country. It is fucking ridiculous.
And they're unteaching children about slavery, unteaching them about indigenous people now. They're doing all these horrific things. It's beyond grooming.
DeSantis his numbers are plummeting, absolutely plummeting, and I love it.
Yes.
And people in his own state hate his guts.
Break my foot off in your ass!
Get his ass out.
Right.
You've got the opportunity. You think he's going to win the presidency and he's going to lose the governorship? And by the way, he won't. He has to quit being governor in order to run for president. But he's kind of running for president even though he hasn't quit because of that book deal he got.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm going on a book tour.
Yeah.
No, that was totally political rallies.
Of course
off.
It was. And it was kind of interesting.
And he can't stop saying woke.
They were breaking the law by doing that. And Trump was trying to use it by declaring earlier than anyone's ever declared, because he wanted to say that it was election interference anytime that anybody said anything against him.
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't have ketchup? That's election interference. Election interference right here. And that's what Cheeto Chop comes up with every single time. Is always about the delay tactics and all of that. But
oh my God, the delay tactics this week of fucking Trump trying to delay his documents case.
Oh yeah,
and we've got Eileen
shot down.
Cannon.
Shot down.
But wait a minute, she hasn't made a decision on this yet. She said that December.
I was referring to the E. Jean Carroll one.
Oh no,
he got shot down on one of those. Yeah.
To move it to a different. And so, but there's so many cases now. It is hard to keep track. I said this last week. I'm like, for fuck's sake, dude. I'm like,
we need a chart.
I'm having a hard time. Yeah.
We need a chart.
Yeah. Maybe I'll take my green screen and just
draw
put,
a chart on there.
Yeah, put sticky notes on it.
Yeah.
No, but
do that thing from
the
Seven
case that
where
I'm
you've got
talking about is the documents case.
Yeah.
Jack Smith wants it December 11th.
Right.
She says that's too soon, but she also says that waiting till after the November election in 2024 is too late.
Right.
And she wants what's his name? Alvin Bragg to move his court date, which is in March.
What if he has a conflict between court dates and he can't go to both of them and he has to only pick one to go to? Wouldn't that be a wonderful thing to watch on the news? Where is this criminal going to show up today?
Where is it going to pop up?
Yes.
The Cheeto chart. Oh my God.
The Cheeto chart.
The Cheeto chart. John Duff, I absolutely love and adore you. For fuck's sake.
Chop.
The Cheeto chart. I gotta write that shit
We'll call
down.
it JD's Cheeto chart.
We gotta make the Cheeto chart.
Cheeto chart. The Cheeto chart. And at the end of it, it's going to have to be,
Oh my God, that is so fucking funny.
At the very end, just
I'd be like,
some
okay,
little
ladies
bars.
and gentlemen, let me get my Cheeto
little
chart
jail
out.
bars. Cheeto chart. Time for Cheeto chart.
This is the E.G. Carroll case. This is this case.
Right. Yeah.
I'll be down here making notes on little fucking square pieces of paper going, yeah.
You're gonna be all bugged out looking like Gollum before too long because you're gonna be down here for like 20 hours a day doing that thing.
Tony, what's the measurement on across on our green screens? 7 feet. 7 feet? 7 feet wide. Shit.
7 feet of
and
shit.
Right
here you
here, I'll have to get a pointer.
go. Yeah.
Right here.
And right here
You said it, Mom.
is where, if you notice, this really looks like the Fibonacci pattern, huh? And look, it
my
leads to
God.
here.
I like your style, dude.
The Cheeto chart.
The
I'm
Cheeto
dying,
chart.
dude.
Oh my God, that's
John,
brilliant.
you are fucking brilliant,
Brilliant.
dude. You're
That is
fucking
great.
hilarious
Yeah.
as shit. That's fucking hilarious. Okay, so I want to get into what Malcolm Nance said. Malcolm Nance,
Yeah.
spy extraordinary, Black Man Spy podcast. Just nails it every time. And he's been calling this shit out. He called January 6th. January 6th happened. He's like, I've been telling you guys this shit. He said something.
Don't go to D.C. today.
Oh, for fuck's sake. He was even putting out on his own Twitter that don't bring guns to, D.C. because you'll get arrested.
Right.
Because you're not allowed to bring arms into D.C. So anyway, for fuck's sake, he was saying like this week and the whole narrative and the whole fucking, bullshit about the Biden, whatever. He goes, the projection is amazing. And he wants us to use a new meta narrative that Trump is the single most corrupt president in American history. He makes Nixon look like a choir boy. It's called the Trump crime family. Don't let them use the Biden crime family. We have to keep pushing the Trump crime family. And I loved what the Democrats did today when they kept going, you want to talk about Hunter? Hunter's a private citizen. Let's talk about Ivanka and
I never
Jared
voted
and
for
everybody else.
I don't remember voting for
Yeah,
Hunter.
he's never held a position in the White House, but guess who did?
You know what?
Ivanka and Jared.
I want to expunge Hunter Biden's impeachments.
Oh, did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that? There was
I
a
did.
video.
A video? What do you mean a video?
There was a video of a Trump supporter.
Talking about it?
They were. It was like what are those guys called? That they go to Trump rallies but they're on our
losers.
side.
Oh, you're talking about
Oh, for fuck, I can't remember their names right now.
the smart ass comic. Yeah.
There's two
Yeah,
guys,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
And they go
Yeah.
to Trump rallies and ask them questions.
They just
And
ask
said
questions of the dumbest looking people that they can
would
find.
say, they said they would
they get
ask the
gold.
question, do you think Hunter
Yep.
Biden should be impeached? And they went through 100 fucking people before they got to a person that said, Hunter Biden's not in office. He's the son of the current president. Like it finally took like 100 people to get there. Do you think Hunter Biden should be impeached? Oh, are you fucking kidding me? You're that dumb that you think Hunter Biden is in the fucking administration right now?
If Hunter Biden gets impeached, I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna vote to make certain he gets it expunged.
Jordan Klepper. Oh, it was a Jordan Klepper clip. It was Jordan Klepper,
Yeah.
but I was thinking of the
Check, yeah.
there's
Thanks, John.
there's the two guys, John Deff. Who are the two guys that go to fucking Trump rallies?
Oh, the good liars.
Yes.
The good liars.
Yes,
There you
yes,
go.
the good liars. That's it. So yeah, anyway, he's like, we have to change our narrative. We have to keep saying, instead of mainstream media saying that they were alternative electors. No, fuck you. They were fake electors. There was even an email between them saying we can't call them fake electors. We should call them alternative. Just like alternative facts and Kellyanne Conway, that fucking cunt.
Yeah.
Oh, did I say the C word? Yeah, I did. Fucking cunt.
Yes, you did. A couple of times. Couple of fucking times you did over there, potty mouth.
I don't care.
You wee fucking potty mouth girl over there. Dropping your C-bombs like that. Jesus, fucking
I
weapon
know,
across
I
you.
can't help myself. These are, if the shoe fits.
I'm not telling you not to say cunt. If you're going to say fucking cunt, you go ahead and you fucking say
I just
cunt.
wish
It's
I
your
could
life,
do
your
it
story.
in
You've
your
got the fucking
accent.
limit.
I wish I could do it in your accent.
Jesus.
Blaster with the fucking space lasers!
Hit her with the fucking space lasers.
Hell, I like you. You can come over to my house and fuck my sister.
Oh, shit.
Already did, lad. Already did.
Oh, fuck.
I didn't know they stacked shit that high.
Cars, they did. You got a mom that's taller than you, don't you? Easy, Kurgan.
Oh, I miss Katie Poor playing the Jeopardy the other day. I've been so busy this week because Tuesday I had lunch with my girlfriend. Wednesday I had my gig, and I've been busting my ass. My finger's all fucked up. Look at my finger.
She's got a boo-boo.
It's like bleeding.
Yep.
From my show last night.
I've got blisters on me fingers.
And yeah, and then tonight's show, and then tomorrow
Rest.
is my birthday.
Tomorrow, you drink. And you smoke. And you eat. And you absorb
Drink
things
and
around
be
you.
merry.
You should just lay back and absorb things around you. Someone should turn the TV on for you and get all these things. Wonderful. Have a wonderful day. And, of course, happy birthday. I got you the same thing this year that I got you every year before this, which is, you know,
Nada.
hi. Yeah.
No, you know what? You did the best thing for me ever, and you lent me your guitar, and I hope I didn't damage it in any way.
Not that I, well,
Fucktard!
I hope you took a good look at it, and it's all right.
I did
I'm
not
gonna
take a
break
good look
anything.
at it, but, yeah.
I'm pretty hard
be
on my
okay, yeah.
instruments, you know. I think you can see that.
Well, what got me is how, you know, and to be a musical geek for a second here, it's really interesting to see other guitarists playing your instrument and seeing the difference that they get out of it, because one of the things is that I play way back by the bridge and you play way up by the neck.
I feel like I play in the middle of the hole.
You play closer to the neck. You lean as you're strumming. Your strumming is going kind of forward of the hole. Yeah. Yeah, but of course you sounded amazing. You sounded incredible.
Elon Musk losing billions in Twitter debacle.
Well, there you go.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but oh my God. He's such a tard.
We're happy about that. And the other thing is that, I mean, he keeps doing things like, you know, I'm going to say, you know, do you want to see me leave? I'll respect the results. And everybody said, 60% said, yeah, go.
Yeah.
And he didn't go.
Well, bye.
Before buying Twitter, he said, I could buy Twitter if I wanted to. But I could also end world hunger if I wanted to with, like, you know, this money.
And everybody's like, end world hunger. And he was like,
And he
nah,
didn't. And
I think I'll buy
instead,
Twitter.
he was forced to buy Twitter because at some point he kept saying things like, well, weird thing, like, I could buy it, but, you know, I choose not to. You know,
Son
I
of a
wanted to
bitch.
buy it, but they wouldn't sell it to me and all this kind of stuff. And one of those things was, like, false that he
Fucking
said. So
pussy-ass
they made him
bitch.
actually buy it. If
Fucking-
you remember,
he
that was the
bought
whole
every
thing at the beginning.
idea he's
he was
ever
forced
had.
to buy Twitter because
He's
of
bought
it.
every
Yeah.
idea he's ever had.
He had the stupidest fucking idea of those when those 13 Thai children were the soccer team was stuck in that cave, and it took hours and hours and hours to get through tight spots where these divers that had to get to them, they had to take off their tank and drag it behind them because that's how tight that spot was.
Fuck.
And this idiot goes online and says, Elon Musk, that is, he goes online and says, well, I'll just have a submarine built and I'll have them rescued in no time. Like he's like the Super Friends or something. And it's like, dude, first of all, they're in there now. Like, if you don't have the submarine
Already built.
already
And not only
built, it's
that,
not going to help.
Gonna go
Second
through
of all,
that little
it's
tiny
too
spots.
fucking big.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't use it. Yeah.
Dumb fuck.
Yeah. Amazing shit. And then when the
By
lead
the way,
diver...
John Duff says that guitar sounded good. So
Great. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you, John. And, you know, the whole thing with that Elon Musk thing about talking about the submarine as well, if he went online and he talked about it, and then the lead diver came back and said, thank you, but it's a bad idea. It's too tight in there to get through. And that's all the guy had time to type. And he tweets that back. And all of a sudden, Elon Musk comes back at him with, well, you're a known pedophile. And it's like, where the hell did that even come from? And it was, it's a known thing. It's a whole big part of that story of the Thai children in the cave and everything. And then, they got them out, of course, like, in a completely different manner. But, yeah, just because they were critical about him, he immediately attacked. So you could really see his, personality at that point.
He's thin-skinned, just like
beyond
Donald Trump. You can't say, if you say a bad thing about
because the
any
rich
of
kids.
Rich second generation.
That's the key. They are, yeah.
Rich brats. Brats. I know. Fucking assholes. Cisgender is a slur. Threatened to suspend people who use. Oh my God, he's such an asshole.
I am Musk. Twitter is my domain. I shall say what people can say.
And don't call me cis or cisgender, you jerks. It's
oh
not
my God,
nice.
it's so offensive.
Vagina.
You don't even know what cis was when you sat down and I said it to you. You were like you're cisgender and I'm cisgender, and Tony, you're like, what the fuck is cisgender?
Yeah, what the fuck is
what
cisgender?
What the fuck is that?
I don't know.
I don't know. It means we're hetero. I don't know.
I got 70s rock playing in my car. What the hell is cisgender? I don't know. I just don't know.
I have no clue.
I'm just ignorant.
Yeah.
I know I'm ignorant.
Sick bastard.
But that's all right.
Hell, we've been doing this for 33 weeks straight. So
I'm ignorant, but I'm not an a-hole.
So you've learned a few things.
I've learned a couple of things. Yes.
At least you can, say
and you've learned a bit about rugby in that time as well.
I've learned about rugby and soccer.
And the World Cup is coming up for soccer, and the World Cup for rugby is coming up in a couple of months.
And the women's tournament just started in Australia, and they had record turnout numbers.
New Zealand.
Was it New Zealand or Australia?
New Zealand.
I don't know. Okay. I don't know.
It's a little bit different when you do
It's
Australian.
a major
you
difference.
go up until the last thing you say. And New Zealand, I don't even know if I can do New Zealand. I can't. It's all I can just do Australian. It just goes right to my Australian thing. That's all I can do on that.
You foolish, stupid man.
That's what you say. But you know what else is foolish is the fake Michigan electors. We talked a little bit about this. 16 of them. I just want to say one more time that it was fuck around and find out with these people, and that you had the implosion of the G.O.P. in Michigan that this led to. Because the people, a lot of these electors are not in positions of power in the GOP anymore. No. You got to remember that Cristano Carmano took over the GOP in Michigan, and she's the nutbag who she's one of those ones who I believe she believes in demon sperm and all that kind of stuff,
right? And
has said it on camera during her campaign.
Yeah.
And she got elected to be the chair of the Republican Party in Michigan. Yeah. So they're having a whole crazy time with that. They're having all kinds of a nightmare with that. So a lot of these 16 people are not even in the GOP anymore, and I think a lot of them got out just going, boy, I missed it. I didn't get busted on that thing, but now they are getting busted, and I'm so bloody happy about it. 16
people have been indicted by Dana Nessel, our Michigan Attorney General, and each defendant has been charged with 8 felony counts. One count of conspiracy to commit forgery. It's a 14-year felony. 2 counts of forgery, 14-year felony. 1 count of conspiracy to commit voter fraud what does that say?
I don't know. It's your writing.
I know. I can't read it.
It's your writing, and
1 count of conspiracy to commit uttering and publishing, which is 14-year felony.
Yes.
1 count of uttering and publishing, 14-year felony. 1 count of conspiracy to commit
That, of course, is
election
playing with the
law
cows uttering in
forgery,
public.
5-year felony. 2 counts of election law forgery, 5-year felony. That's 85 years in prison, all for Trump. It's a fucking call.
Isn't uttering what you do to a cow?
Uttering.
That's what I said.
That's
it's
why
playing with
I
the cows
never.
utter in public.
That's why I took back. You know what I
Spoken
mean? Because
uttering, yes.
you know what I mean. It was weird.
Utterance.
It was
spoken vocal.
Yeah, it
yes.
was weird. It was a weird thing to say, but wow, what the fuck, dude? Like, and I hope they're gonna do this in Nevada. They're gonna do this in Arizona, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania. Yeah, I have something on that also.
Hey, where are the white women at?
Yeah, but our attorney general is leading.
I fucking
the
love her.
way.
Yeah.
Not following, leading.
So yeah, Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, Michigan, Georgia, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania.
Yes.
State officials have been subpoenaed by Jack Smith in the fake electors probe. So yeah, I see perpetual indictments coming. There's even a thing, I forget what it's called.
It's a subunit of indictments.
After you've
Page out
been
alone.
indicted for a crime and they find more crime, there's a thing where that you can be indicted. There you can add more indictments on. I forget what they call it. Fucking A. I'm no lawyer.
Additional
okay?
charges.
If he's indicted for a documents crime, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they find more crime. He's already been indicted for that right now.
Right.
If they find more, they can add on to that indictment, and I forget what it's called.
If they find discovery of guilt, and yeah, they can add that
Starts
on.
with an S.
Secession?
Not statutory, not
Cut it out!
Sequention?
fucking dicks.
Sequestered?
Yeah.
Even
Not
close,
usually.
bud.
That means that you're held.
No.
Held to it.
I hate this.
Hot stuff.
It's part of getting old. Thank you
know.
for watching. Like and
But
donate.
I'm not
on
a
all of
fucking
the,
lawyer, dude, either. And it's like, I never heard of that before.
Yeah.
You know, so I didn't know that could happen. So, whatever.
Yeah.
But they can add.
Long one.
They can add
Yeah.
to indictments, which I think is cool.
They
Oh,
certainly
really?
can,
I
yes,
didn't know that.
yes.
Because, you know, you can't be tried twice for the same crime. So I was thinking,
Well,
oh, when they research and they find the crime and they want to indict and they do the indictment, but as they find more people who
you
are
can't
witnesses,
be criminally
and I forget what the
charged
fucking
for
word
the same
is.
crime.
God damn it.
Twice. So, yeah, you're talking double jeopardy about being charged twice, but that's
For the same crime.
if you get charged
that's what I
criminally,
mean.
you can always get charged civilly by several different sources.
Well, what I'm saying is, like, when you are indicted for a crime and you and let's say that it fails because you didn't have this piece of information,
Right.
and now this comes forward,
Right.
okay,
During the discovery phase, yeah.
what I'm saying
Like
is
OJ.
yeah,
OJ won his criminal case, but then Fred took him to task in the civil case.
Yeah.
And in the
Yeah.
civil case,
he lost.
more came out, therefore he lost.
Yep.
They technically could have reopened the criminal case at that point, but they didn't. And they didn't need to because his own behavior put him back behind bars not too long after that anyway.
It's gonna really bug me. now.
Insubordinate.
I can't remember the word, but I didn't know that this could happen before. So it's like,
Oh, yeah.
you know, so while they're investigating, they find more crimes. You can add on.
Oh, yeah, you're not...
But if he loses the case,
Yeah.
if the special counsel loses the case against Trump
Yeah,
because he didn't have this information prior,
yeah.
you know, do you get to reopen the case? I don't know. Like, those are, I mean, I'm just curious, but I'm not a lawyer. I don't fucking know. I don't know how many times do I have to say I'm not a lawyer.
It might launch another case.
I'm an artist and a musician. I know jack shit.
And I worked with a lot of attorneys, so I know how they think. It might launch a new case at that point. It might be an addendum to
Because you
the
can't be
previous
tried.
case.
What I'm saying is you can't be tried for the same crime twice.
Not criminally, but if new evidence comes up, you can be retried on it. I mean,
Okay.
if you're found innocent and then somebody comes up with a video of you saying, "You motherfucker, I'm killing you right now, and I've planned to do this for years,"
Yeah.
and you stab them to death and then look around and try to cover everything, and that's all on video, of course you can be tried for that.
Yeah.
That can be brought back in. But you're talking about something that's the equivalent of, okay, they went after you for they come into your house and
Superseding.
they're going after you. Supersessions, yeah.
Superseding.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Well, superseding means that
A superseding
Or
indictment.
it's called a superseding indictment.
Yeah.
a superseding indictment means that it overrides the previous indictment attempt.
No. It's attached to the other indictments.
Supersede means everything before it is null, and this is the new
It
one.
must be obtained the same way as the original indictment.
Tony, read the definition.
Through the grand jury.
Read the definition out loud.
Prosecutors accomplish this by filing what is called a superseding indictment. A superseding indictment is just like any other indictment, and it must be obtained the same way as the original indictment through a grand jury. The superseding indictment can include different charges, new charges, or add new defendants.
Or add new defendants as
New
well.
charges,
yeah.
and new defendant. Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
basically you're superseding the previous charges, and you're saying, look, there's more shit going on here. There's clearly more
We
shit.
found
Yeah.
more shit after we indicted.
We pulled your car over because you had a broken headlight, but then when we did, we found out you also had a lot of weed in the
You
car.
had a dead body in the trunk.
And then we found the dead body. Then you tried to shoot out with the
And a
cops.
machete. Son of a bitch. I don't even know why I'm laughing. I'm giggling because it's so terrific. It's
yeah.
fucking A. No, so that's why it's
You're all worthless and weak.
perpetual indictments. Tony calls it
Yes.
indictments.
Perpetual indictments.
Indictments. By the way, did you know? Did you know that the military spends $32.6 billion on shipbuilding, and they also spend $41.6 million on Viagra, Cialis, and other erectile dysfunction medications?
That's interesting.
But
because that's-
abortions are the problem. Oh, yeah. Take the erection away, and there is no rape, and no unwanted baby, and no problems. Give them all a little blue pill, and they can fucking handle anything and, take women's right away. Sounds about white.
Your forehead
That's what I
is like
said.
Boom, boom.
Fucking A.
She's here all week,
Fucking
ladies and gentlemen. Try to
assholes.
feel.
I'm
your
so
penis is
tired
like a
of
two-headed
this.
Snake. I saw you pissing into
The
two
war
urinals
on
at the
women.
same time at the boat club.
The war on women is really, it's stunning. It's absolutely stunning.
It's disgusting.
If you're not,
is what it is.
if you're not rich, you're not white, and you're not male, you don't fucking count. And if you're
a woman, I'm supposed to hold the door for you. If you're a woman, I'm supposed to say, yes, ma'am, thank you, ma'am. If you're older than me and if you're younger than me, I'm supposed to be a little bashful. A woman is someone that
so
you're
cute.
never supposed to hit. A woman is someone that you're supposed to defend. If a woman has a tire out, you're supposed to try to help her out. It's not that she can't do it for herself, but these are just things like you treat every woman on the planet as your little sister at first until you decide as to whether or not you want to get romantically involved, and that's an Irish thing because we have to have a matchmaker because we might actually be fucking related. It's a small fucking island. That's the whole reason for the matchmakers. So women are meant to be put on a pedestal.
Save your breath for good,
Even if you're not
Hey, look, so what's a heck of two roof
trying to make them
the
part of
sun's
your
not very far.
incestual family. You
never
got
thought of that before.
It's-
Oh my god,
that's-
so goddamn
That's
funny.
true. That's why you have that. Yeah. You didn't know that. Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Fucking never heard that before.
That's why the matchmaker exists, so that I'm related to every fifth person in County Donegal, Ireland. If I'm there and dating, I gotta. If I'm serious about this person, I gotta know. Well, are they like one of my millions of cousins over here, or what?
Oh,
You know?
Crazy
shit.
Dutch bastard.
Oh, fuck, that's
And
funny.
sometimes you get the matchmaker going,
Yeah, you can't marry her.
yeah, just a nod to you. Yeah, no. You might want to be going for the McGillicuddy girl. The girl with one eye. Go for it. The McGillicuddy, you're clearly not related to her, but everyone else in the village.
It's not a tumor.
Oh, for fuck.
Everyone else in the village you're going to have a problem with. Yeah, that's a real thing, the matchmaker in Ireland, and that's why they have it.
I've
Yeah.
never heard of that before. For fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That's so funny.
But I'm just saying, women are meant to be put on a pedestal. They're meant to be helped, worshipped, and adored. They're not meant to be threatened. They're not meant to be assaulted. They're not meant to be thrown away or disregarded. And that's what's happening in America right now, and it's fucking disgusting to me. Thank you for that.
I see over and over just how little the Republican Party cares about anybody but their rich donors. They don't give a fuck.
Harlan Crow.
They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about us. They don't care
How
about
about
you
you?
and me.
What programs has any Republican put forward in the last
40
6
years.
months?
40 years.
Let's just take 6 months. What program has a Republican put forward
To
that
help
is
American
trying
people.
to help America move forward and try to help the citizens of America,
fucking
period?
goose egg, fucking zero, nada, nothing.
Nothing. It's all revenge. It's
Culture
all
wars.
about who am I going to go
Woke
after.
this and woke that. Will you please stop saying the fucking word woke? You look ridiculous. And if I'm woke,
You're asleep.
I'm so sorry. Oh my God, I'm so woke. Oh my God, I care about other fucking people besides myself.
We should
Oh
get
my God, I'm so woke.
we should get T-shirts made that say "Sleep on." Sleep on, Mickey. Or whoever. Sleep on, MAGA.
Now they're all pissed about the Barbie movie. Because
What?
the Barbie movie, there's a black female president, and women are told that they can be strong people, and they can be anything that they want to be, and they're having a fucking culture war and a freak out over the fucking Barbie movie.
They're the ones who are
Calling
all
it
about free
Pinko
speech.
Commie Barbie.
They're all about free speech, and they're the ones who like to quote a great man, George Carlin, pointing out that if you don't like what you're hearing, there are two dials. One turns it off, and the other one changes the channel. And they like to use that for their advantage, but they
Benny.
always disregard it when it comes to any other argument. And that's funny as hell to me, because when it comes to this is a little kid's movie, Barbie, and I'm pretty certain it's also a comedy. What the hell is your problem? I mean, you got to be attacking these things.
It's just like
Just don't see it.
Mr. Potato
Don't give them
Head
your
and
money.
M&M's
Yeah.
and Dr. Seuss. Another culture war on a fucking inanimate fucking object.
You know something? I didn't like the Twilight movies, so I didn't pay any money to see any of them. I didn't give my money to see them.
The
I didn't
vampire-
walk in.
yeah.
I didn't go into the theater.
Right.
I didn't. When it comes on TV, I change the station.
Yeah.
It's not that it's a bad film. It's just it's not for me.
And I'm not interested.
I'm not a tween girl, and
I'm
that
not
seems to be
interested.
what it's targeted for.
Yeah, I'm not interested in
Just like at Target.
romanticizing vampires.
Yeah. Didn't you point out that at Target, the guys who were like tearing apart the Pride, displays at Target, didn't you point out that, they also have feminine products down in aisle 2, but you guys aren't going to buy any of that. But you're okay with just walking past that aisle and not
Right.
destroying it.
Right.
You're also, you guys, of course, you're going to be using the beer aisle, but you're not going to be using the nutrition aisle.
Yeah.
You're not walking down.
How
You're not
come I
getting
have
any
to
whey
walk
protein.
past your condoms at
Yeah.
the checkout?
Condoms at the checkout. Where do you see condoms at the
I
checkout?
don't know. Everywhere.
Wow. You want the red hat? Yeah.
Fucking everywhere there's condoms at the checkout.
At gas stations, yeah.
Yeah.
Gas station. Okay, yeah, gas stations. There's ever. Come on, gas stations.
Gas stations and rolling papers.
Gas stations
boxes
is
of
a
tampons.
whole
Oh
thing.
my God, the world has gone crazy.
When you go into a gas station, you don't know what you're going to see up at the counter. They've got pills that are from all kinds of Taiwanese manufacturers that will do anything and everything for you. Oh, fake Viagra, very good for you, John Wayne.
Yeah.
And really
Vagina.
horrible stuff that is probably, half fentanyl. All them Chinese fentanyl pills coming on in.
Let's have the military
I'll
spend
tell you what, that's
$42 million on Viagra.
That's what took our
we gotta
damn
keep them
military
dicks
down.
hard, but we can't let them ladies get an abortion.
Hell yeah. Well, because most of them are Vietnamese, according to all the movies.
Benny Loco in the house.
Hey, Benny Loco. How
Benny
you doing?
Loco. Benny Loco should jump on with us. She's so much fun. She jumped on with me last night after the show.
Nice.
Thank you guys for watching the show. Jolie, I have to get your email
Jolie.
so I
Jolie,
can,
Jolie.
so we can get you in here and have some fun and get you on the show. It would be fun. And, Benny's been here. John Deaf, still shy. He won't come on. He won't do a Zoom with us. John Deaf and Kat. No, they're being chicken shit.
I mean, come on, what are nice fucking people here.
Yeah, I know. What are we gonna do?
We're not gonna. We're gonna have a shite with you. I'm sure.
What are we
but
gonna
that's about
agree
that,
with
yeah.
you?
Yeah, the show is really controversial because
And laugh
we
at your
normally
jokes? Oh,
go
for
with
fuck's sake.
It's a trap.
The Cheeto chart. I can't get over it.
Cheeto chart is great. Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah. He's got so much legal peril coming to him on so many multiple fronts right now. It is insane.
Yes. It's going to cause a Cheeto chart.
Oh, well, he does that every day in his little diapers.
Yeah. How much ketchup is on the walls?
Oh,
at,
for fuck's
at,
sake. I don't
Maraluni?
even know.
Think I'm gonna barf.
So he has until tomorrow to. Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Okay. Oh my God.
So during 2020,
What abs?
I had already planned I had started planning my 50th birthday party.
Yeah.
And because of COVID, Donald Trump took that all away from me because he's a fucking tard and he killed 1 million people.
What?
So
A douche.
So, and I think he should be prosecuted for involuntary manslaughter, but that's just me. Anyway, moving on. Tomorrow, I am so hoping that this motherfucker gets federally prosecuted for the second time, indicted for the second time federally, third time all with the criminal.
I don't even know what the numbers are anymore.
I know.
I know. That's the thing.
Know.
That's why
This
we need
will
a
be his
Cheeto chart.
third Cheeto chart.
Go to the Cheeto chart.
Oh my God, we need the Cheeto chart.
I
want to
Cheeto chart.
I want like a
Cheeto chart.
I want it on like a remote control where I just like push a remote and it just rolls down.
You are ambitious. Wow, this show suddenly got a budget.
I know.
Look at
Oh my
this.
God, we have no budget. What the fuck?
We have sandbags holding down the microphones, and we've suddenly got motors on the green screens now. That's nice. Well, we could turn this into like an episode of Top Gear or something. I've got my car out there. I'm sure we can rig something up to it, and I can just rev it up and like.
And literally.
Fuck your own face.
Jolie, don't be a chicken. We are super harmless.
Yes, we are.
We won't do it live. We can just do a little Zoom call and chit chat. It'll be fun.
We're always fun.
I know.
We always try to be fun, unless it's time not to be fun, like throwing numbers out at you.
For fuck's sake, this fucking number. This fucking number.
It gets you. One of the things that we do is we don't like to. We really don't. But we
I hate this number.
we feel the need to throw out the mass shootings number. The mass shootings number.
How about no?
Every week. And in doing that, this week it is at 392. Now that's for this year.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Or me just not listening. 392 is where we're at with the mass shootings. And again, we've talked against
It was 376 last week.
It's insane
That's
where things are at.
What
And
is
might
that?
I point out that
That's
one of the
16,
big things,
right?
I think it is hysterical that one of the big things that the amosexual GOP right is going after Hunter Biden for
It's his gun.
is for lying on his background check for a weapon purchase when all of them are against any such background checks because they're NRA holes. It's hysterical to me. But the unfortunate non-hysterical part is the fact that we have so many fucking mass shootings in this country. There's too many guns. It's too easy to get a gun, and it's too easy to go crazy with it, and people are doing that. We're seeing that. More guns doesn't make you safer.
No.
We have proven that. This has been a social experiment that has gone awry.
Just like trickle down economics.
We've seen
the
it.
same fucking bullshit.
We have the evidence.
Different fucking day.
If I take this beer and I pour it out right here, I'm not going to because I'm not going to waste beer. What am I going to do?
Well, and then
If I were to do that,
make a
it's
mess,
it's
and
going
I'd
to
be
pour
pissed.
here. Yes. All of those things are true, and we know this to be a fact.
Yeah.
Right? It's never going to be that I'm going to pour it and it's going to go up.
Yeah. Float in the air.
So we've empirically proven, and we empirically know that this beer would fall down, not fall up. And because of that, we know that that's logic. Logic has also shown more guns leads to more violence, more shooting, more death. 62% of all gun deaths are from suicide, from people who bought them in the first place having a bad day. They could have talked to somebody and gotten through it.
Access to guns and no permit carry and fucking permitless carry and fucking
no background checks.
I heard a lady
no
on
mental health checks.
Stephanie Miller
no registration.
today. Stephanie Miller,
It's
a lady
insane.
called in Stephanie Miller today, and she goes, "My son's a really picky eater, so when we go on excursions with him, we bring food for him. We went to the zoo. You cannot bring food into the zoo because they think you're going to feed a peanut butter sandwich to the fucking animals."
True.
But there was a guy who was walking around with a Glock on his fucking hip.
True.
And her husband goes up to security and says, "That guy's carrying a gun." And he goes, "It's legal.
It's open
What
carry.
do you want me to do?
Yeah.
Can't bring in a peanut butter fucking sandwich for my son, but
Yes.
this guy can walk around
Yes.
with a fucking weapon."
I'll give you another analogy to that, but it's not an analogy. It's a direct example. You're talking about a guy walking around with a gun on his hip, open carry, right? We have that here in Michigan. Do you know what we don't have? That guy can walk around the Kroger down the street with that Glock on his hip. You know what I cannot do? In the exact same situation, I cannot take a knife and put it in a sheath on my hip and walk around with it down there. I will get arrested. I will get thrown in jail.
Where?
In a heartbeat. Anywhere. Anywhere where you can walk around with a Glock on your hip. I cannot walk around with a knife on my hip.
No bigger than this.
No bigger than that. Yep. Tony knows what 3
no
inches
than the width
is.
of your hand?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
The blade.
To a degree, yeah. So here's the thing. I mean, if I can't walk around with a sword, why the fuck can anybody walk around with an
Bullets.
AR-15?
Yeah. Fuck that.
You know, that
So
doesn't make
goddamn
sense to
dumb.
me.
And who is this asshole who wrote this fucking song, who was on stage during Vegas?
Jason Aldean, the
And
one about
60
try that
people-
in a little town.
60 people were murdered.
We'll string you up and we'll run you down. I don't know what the actual lyrics are, but some horrific country
I
song.
read the lyrics.
Yeah.
It was awful. I never heard the song, and I don't.
You
want
read the
to.
lyrics? I didn't even read the lyrics.
They were on Twitter, and so I read the lyrics.
I'm
and
trying
I
to
was
stay
like,
off Twitter. Yeah.
And it was like, you know,
I've spun over to threads.
shoot up this and shoot up that, and see how you get away with that in our
Yeah.
town. But guess what?
In a little
a
town.
guy with
yeah.
a fucking AR-15 on the top of a fucking building in your little small town during a fucking 4th of July parade could fucking kill everybody in your fucking small town. You dumb fuck, little dick prick fucko. Fuck you, you sick fuck. 60 people died while you were on stage, and you're gonna write something like this?
Clearly I remember picking on the boy. Seemed a harmless little
fucking
fuck.
like
I wanted to go
Your
home.
kid
I want to
been-
fucking wind up and
Yep.
be able to kick that guy freely in the fucking nuts while he's just like this.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Benny Loco was like, "Oh my god!" During my show yesterday, she goes, "Diane has legs," because she's never
Oh yeah,
seen more than just this part.
Yeah, for all she knows, it's like.
I know. Like, yeah.
She's like the old Captain Pike in Star Trek. She just has a white light. It's like once or
Yeah.
like twice for
Oh
no.
my god, she's got legs. That's not a song.
Oh, come on, that's
it's
a good
Nazi propaganda. I absolutely agree. 4-finger blade and over.
Four-finger blade. Yep.
Okay.
Four-finger blade. That is a great band name. Is it
Fuck
not?
yeah.
Fuck yeah. Yeah.
2-finger blade.
Yes, she has tan legs, yes.
Oh my god. She's got legs.
And knows how to juice fruit.
Oh my god.
She never did. You never heard that one? Come on.
Oh god. Alright, what are we doing? We're gonna get back on this. Poll number 2. Oh, this happened this
Nobody
week.
fucks with the Jesus.
Well, we heard about this, but I saw him on TV. The meteorologist
John Stamos?
who got death threats because he was reporting about climate change.
Yeah, he's not John Stamos.
I'm not sure what state this was in, but he was
Yeah.
under threat for climate change coverage. He was
Yep.
diagnosed with PTSD. The right-wing media fuels the disinformation, and the climate change refueling extreme weather events. He was reporting on it, and everybody's just like, "It's not true," and giving him fucking a reporter.
People showed up at his house. Yeah.
Weatherman.
Yeah.
Just reporting on what he sees coming. Oh, by the way,
He's always wanted to be a weatherman. Now he has to let it
there's
go.
tornadoes coming.
Yeah. He's just trying to save
Towards
lives.
this neighborhood. Why don't we just let's just blow it off? It's no big deal. People are gonna die. Don't go to your basement. Oh, for fuck's sake, these people are insane. Again, they don't care. They don't care about women. They don't care about climate change. They don't care about jack motherfucking shit except lining their own fucking pockets.
You know what they care about?
Distractions.
We care about kids, mostly because we want to marry them.
At 12.
But we went,
Why, you little maggot? You
what
make me
the
want
hell are you talking about, girl? 12? You want me to wait that long? I'm not going to wait that long. She's going to have ideals and words coming out of her mouth by then.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
We're talking.
Oh, the humanity of it all.
We're talking North Carolina style. Yeah, the ridiculousness. A child who was I'm breaking up over this. A child who was, I think, 15 or just turned 16, just died in a fucking mine in Huckabeests part of the woods.
Arkansas.
And that's Sarah Huckabee Sanders right there. She's here somewhere. I heard her laughing. That means it. Yeah. You know what that means? She found Fig Newtons. I know it's a very specific reference. I don't know why, but it works.
Why won't they leave me alone?
Huckabees. Every single time I see Sarah Huckabee Sanders, I just hear that, Hulk voice in my head. Huckabees need food. That kind of stuff. But she has made more. It has made. Sorry, I respect pronouns. That fucking thing has made more children work in mines than Elon Musk's dad.
Oh my God! Rolling back the child labor
Got
laws
it back to Musk and
fuck.
Africa. Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
That's what we
dude.
do here. It's called brilliance, people. And go ahead and like, subscribe, follow, share with everybody that you can, and donate whatever you can because we need a satellite.
We only have 37 subscribers.
0.0.
We really need a satellite. It doesn't need to be a good satellite. It can be something that the Mexicans can launch. That's fine.
You
We're good with it.
shit-eating moron.
Doesn't need to be like, something to compete with Musk. I mean, we can just put like a softball up into orbit and I'm going to be happy as hell.
Huckabees needs to be taken out to the back.
40.
Back 40. What does that mean?
Huckabees make poo now.
What?
The back 40? You've never heard that?
No.
Dig her out the back 40. Yeah, the back 40. The back 40 yards. Yeah, the back 40 acres is normally what it is on a farm or something. Yeah, the back 40.
Oh.
Furthest away from everybody.
I've never heard this term before. I'm sorry.
Well, that's
I
where
learn something new every day. I'm just a city girl.
that's where folks with necks a lot more rougey than ours would take a few folks to perhaps eliminate them in some way, shape, or form.
Huckabees is shaved out.
Yeah, Huckabeest is, yeah. You know what? I took Sarah Huckabee Sanders swimming, and she went down. 2 minutes she's under there. I'm ready to call the cops. Next thing I know, bitch comes up with a fish in her mouth. Fucking fish in her mouth, Eddie. Saying Goonie Google. What the fuck is Goonie Google?
Might get a copyright strike.
Oh my God.
I might. Did I do too much? Sorry. I tried to paraphrase as much as I could.
I don't know what it is.
Oh, you don't know that whole skit? Oh,
no, I don't know.
It's a skit that we're not going to mention here
Oh,
on
for
the
fuck's
show.
sake.
But yeah,
Eddie Murphy, right?
yeah. There's a whole. It's an Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
She's a Bigfoot.
She's
a Bigfoot, isn't she? Eddie? You shaved her down and you taught her how to talk.
Oh, good beast. For fuck.
No. I think that is empty Green. Who's not empty anymore now that she's got the seed of her personal trainer in her on a consistent basis. Hi, girl. Hi. So no, I think Huckabeest is really much more like a mutant, like the Thing, or like the Fantastic Four thing, or the Hulk or something like that. Huckabee Sanders really just, I mean, you look at her and first of all, are you looking at her? Is she looking at you? One eye's going one way, one eye's going the other way. What the fuck's going on with that?
Why does she wear those outfits that make her like 15 million times heavier than she is? Because it's just she's wearing like a frock from the 1940s.
Huckabeest like to shop at Awning R Us.
Tony drops.
This is her. This is her in debate class in high school. It's a known recording. Yeah. She got really pissed at the end. That's famous. That last bit is famous. There it is. Yeah, that's the quote that everyone went with.
Has anybody figured
Afterwards.
out like Chewbacca's language yet, or it's not?
Well, it's a bit of a bear, so
It's not a thing like Star Trek's whatchamacallums, the warrior guys.
The what guys? Star Trek?
Warrior.
Warrior.
Oh,
the Klingons.
Yeah. Warrior. Okay.
The Klingons, who are normally found around Uranus. No, but everybody seems to have.
Is a Yeti.
Oh, that's interesting.
Beach blonde.
That's
Yeti.
interesting.
Beach blonde.
If you know who a Yeti is, by the way, jump over to bpgvoice.com and check out Hear the Thing. I'm into all that kind of stuff. But yeah, she is definitely a shaved down Squatch, I think.
All the boys in town says she gives great head. Oh my God.
So,
What's the symbology there?
Benny, I love you. You're so much fun. Oh my God, you're so fun.
All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
You have an open invitation anytime you want to jump in on the show, girl. You're so much fun. We have like 8 minutes left. So
my dead deer brings all the boys to the yard. That's right. It's been no, it doesn't work. I don't know.
Okay.
Trying to get something
Think
going
I'm
on
gonna
Huckabees
barf.
still. Once Huckabees gets into you, you can't let it go because you know Huckabees has dragged men off for months on an end.
And how she was like, you know, the spokesperson or whatever, I forget what you call it for Donald Trump, but how did she get elected?
Because of her dad.
Oh, Daddy-o, that's right. Oh,
Daddy.
second generation rich kid.
Who, by the way,
I just like Liz
who,
Cheney
by the way,
and
he's
Mitt
super
Romney
cool.
and
He's a
Ellie
super cool
Hyde.
dad because he plays bass.
Oh my God, I play bass. Oh my God.
So cool.
I play bass too. Oh my God.
Oh my God. But,
I'm so cool.
But no. He's famous and plays bass, so he's better than you.
Oh my God. Okay, well he's famous at least. So like, he's got, okay. Yeah, I'm not famous.
Huckabee's daddy play my music.
Oh my God, what a fucking nightmare we are living in. It's a worst fucked up timeline. Like,
it's not that much of a nightmare now
no,
because we're getting the summer of indictments.
I was wondering,
and I'm
like,
so
what
happy about the
people
summer
of our
indictments.
age were going through when Watergate was happening. This makes Watergate look like fucking choir practice.
Our age, when Watergate was happening, we were pissing and shitting ourselves and probably getting, we were maybe getting into
3 or
around.
4.
Maybe getting to
It
around.
was 73, right? 73.
Yeah. Kolchak.
Yeah.
Kolchak the Night Stalker was probably around that time, yeah.
And I was trying to think, like, what people our age who are politically involved, who are like, holy shit, this is a fucked up timeline. We're finding out all this shit and how fucked up this all is in the Vietnam War and bing. Okay.
I remember everybody blamed Ford.
Well, yeah.
I had a lot of relatives
you pardoned
that blamed
a
Ford.
criminal.
Yeah.
And if he had been held accountable, we might not be here right now.
That's very
right?
possible. That's very probable.
When you watch Jill Banks on MSNBC or listen to her podcast, the Sisters-in-Law podcast, she's like, motherfucker, we wouldn't be here right now if Ford hadn't pardoned Nixon. He would have been criminally prosecuted, and I don't know if he would have gone to jail, but he would have been criminally prosecuted, and there would have been precedent set so that this shit can't happen again. And then you've got Bush 1, Bush 2, all criminals, did criminal shit, fucking major criminal shit, and got away with it. The whole fucking getting into wars that we didn't fucking belong in, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like the whole fucking nightmare.
Oh, yeah.
And not only that, think about where we would be right now if Bush 2 didn't fucking win and Al Gore had won. Where would we be right now on climate change?
Technically, Al Gore did win.
I know, but the Supreme Court
that was
fucked
the first,
us again.
The first run through of the stealing elections, really, I think, was the actually stolen election from that. We're getting pretty close. Do we want to go for final words now, or?
There ain't no coming back.
I need another fucking beer, so
This
I
is
don't
the
care
really
what you want to do. You got a
Well,
lot of
fuck
final
you,
words?
No, I have one fun little bit of final words. We have a lot of people watching right now, and I want to give them a little something fun for my final words. So I'm going to share with all of you right now what I consider to be, and this is, now mind you, I was a photography minor when I was in college, and I consider this photo to be probably the greatest never made rap duo CD cover of all time. Can you see that? It really is. Look at the one in the back. He's the hype man. The hype man's in the back.
You got the MC in the back and the rapper in the front. Yeah.
That is it for me. I think that is. I look at that and I'm just like, oh yeah, the album that could have been. That could have been.
I love it. It's great. I do love it.
The one in the back just hanging out around, being all serious while the other one's sticking his
Watch
tongue out.
this.
Love at. Oh.
What do we got here?
What, buddy? You're still smarter than Tony. Yeah.
Oh. Oh, they spit it out. Oh, shit.
Puts his hand on the cup. Watch. Just like, come on.
I want this one,
I
please.
meant this one. I meant this one over here. I meant this one over here.
It's so cute.
All right, well, hit her with the fucking space lasers, and we'll be seeing you next week.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
We love you. Thank you so much for watching us now. I'm Brian P. Gallagher.
And I'm Diane Russell, and, we
This
might
has
do
been
a little...
HBL Radio Nation.
We might do a little after hours show.
Of course, we
I
might do a wee
wanted to go
bit,
home. I wanted to go home.
Is that from last night?
I wanted to go home. Fuck.
John Depp, why don't you jump on an after Zoom call with us?
I still think that we
You're
need to
such a
call it
poop.
JD's Cheeto chart. Because that way, unless John Depp is okay with us calling it John Deff's Cheeto chart. Because that's really what it's going to be.
He named it. I
He
will
named
always
it.
say.
He named
just
it.
like Mango Unchained, which I think is
Okay.
the best fucking nickname for that fucko.
Mango Unchained.
Mango Unchained.
Mango Mussolini. I certainly
I
don't.
know, but Mango, everybody says that. Nobody says Mango Unchained, and that's what he is. He's fucking psycho. The shit he said this week in a rally, he was like, oh yeah, I'm going to make sure I'm going to weaponize the government against everybody, and I'm going to fuck everybody in the ass, any of my political enemies.
If they can come after me for having illegal things
And doing illegal shit.
they can come after anybody.
You.
They can even come after you, and it's a shame.
They can come after you even though you didn't do anything illegal. What the fuck? That's nothing but fucking totalitarian
But we're here to
fucking
stop
bullshit.
that. We're here to stop that. We're here to get the votes.
Crap.
And if you donate to us and give us the votes, we're going to stop that. It's almost... It's almost like it turns it. I mean, everything about his stuff is so tent revivalist, early, Dust Bowl Christianity type stuff. It's crazy, but we'll get into that more later. We love you so much for listening. Thank you, HBL Radio Nation. We'll see you.
Peace out.
I wanted to go home. Fuck.
Stepping out of bitchin' cars, couldn't reach the other way to burn, so yeah. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, have a motor with a dual quad. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, racing to the top of spot, oh no. Oh no. I don't care where she's always in my hair. Don't ask me why. She probably started to cry. Oh yeah.
Yes, we do drive Chryslers.
Sipping down a bitch and
Fucktard.
Race the other way to Mars. Oh no, 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 no. Sipping down a bitch and cars. They're gonna put me behind the bars. Oh no. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, hammer motor with a dual quad. I don't care what she's always in my hair. Don't ask me should probably start to cry. No, no.
We are trailing a long-haired Caucasian in a 1970 Dodge Super B. We are in pursuit right now. He's getting away from us. We lost him. License plate registered to a William Garth Gaffney. Hey, isn't that guitar guy? One time I heard him play Believer by Ozzy. It was sweet.
Stepping out of bitchin' cars, racing to the top of spots, oh no. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, gonna race you all the way to miles, oh no, no. Got everyone to do. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, and motoring into a quad. I don't care, cause she's always in my head. Don't ask me why, she will start to cry.